Dialysis is tough mentally and physically. Nothing is more painful than trying to think positive. But after your session, for some people that are going through this journey, has a hard time thinking about positive growth and change. Most people don't have an idea of what a person on dialysis goes through on a daily basis, from sadness to loneliness, the thought of living, the family and friends that used to hang out, but either doesn't care or doesn't know. I encourage people who are on dialysis to continue to live. If you want to go out, do it. If you want to start or restart a career, don't let no one stop you, including your doctors. If you want to be adventurous, have fun. Don't let anyone stop you. Believe it or not, you might surprise who you'll reach onto you. If you know someone who is on dialysis right now, I ask you would be in prayer and thought for them. We are going through the biggest obstacles of our lives, and we need positive influence. Dialysis can change your life one day at a time. Thank you. Hello, and welcome back to my life on dialysis. I'm your man, Triple Bones. So, the last episode, I gave you an introduction on why am I on dialysis and everything. But I want to give you the basics about dialysis. So, dialysis is a life-saving process that removes unwanted toxins, waste products, and excessive fluids from your blood. Now, your doctor has prescribed dialysis because your kidneys are not working well to keep your body in chemical and fluid condition. At this stage, it's critical that you receive dialysis treatments and the medication to help you replace your kidney function. So, what that means is, on one side, there's your waste, your toxins, and your excess fluid. What that equals to is the dialysis. What does dialysis does? It chemically balances the blood and healthy amount of fluid. You have to give yourself time to feel better. Now, everybody is different, and the time that it takes to feel better on dialysis can vary. That's really up to the person. So the important thing that you have to remember is that you'll feel better. You got to keep up with your treatments, take your medication, as well as taking care of your dialysis access site. So if you get stick in the arm, you have an access pass that you have to clean almost every day. You know, you have to wash it out. Pads, the alcohol pads, have to take one of the alcohol pads and just wipe it down, just leave some of the excess. Because for some people, depending on what your weight is, your access pads can be kind of smelly. And I've witnessed that. Not on myself, but for other people. But yeah, you got to take care of your access site, giving special attention to these actions will be worth it, and it will help you feel better. It's all about feeling better, folks. You know, if you know somebody that's on dialysis, you really have to keep track on how you feeling. The question is, how do you feel the best on your dialysis? It's very important to follow the steps of the treatments exactly as the doctors prescribe, including your dialysis schedule, your medication regimen, nutrition guidelines, and your access site maintenance. And those are the things I just talked about. So, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, it's simple. Stay in your section for your full term. Now, if you reducing your treatment by even 5 or 10 minutes will allow toxins and fluids to build up in your body, which will impact your health and how well you feel. With that said, you have to know your own body. That's the most important thing. You get to know your own body while you're on dialysis. If you start to feel sick, you got to let the doctors know that you want to get off. Try not to get off, not so late in the game. Now, if you want to run, let's say if you have 30 minutes left, if you want to run 25 minutes, you can get away with that as long as you as a person feel good inside, and just remember to take the necessarily medicine and things of that nature. But I wouldn't get off too early. I've done that in the past, and it didn't suit me just well. It didn't happen while I was on dialysis, this time around, but in the earlier days it did. You got to take all the medication as directed. Person on dialysis needs certain medications to help maintain the body's chemical balance. It's very critical that you take all the medications as prescribed, no matter what it is. Now, if you feel you don't need that medicine, talk to your doctors and talk to your team and say, I don't need this medicine because I have like different side effects. Because a lot of the medicines that you take will have different side effects. I just want to let you know now. Eat well and manage your fluid. Because dialysis works to achieve chemical balance and remove excessive fluid, it's important to eat well, limit sodium, and control various amounts of fluid you consume. Water is the best. There are a lot of people that like to drink dark soft drinks or dark liquor and things like that. I recommend you not to. Keep it light. Keep it light. Drink Sprite, drink ginger ale, cream sodas. Now, the only dark soda that you can have is root beer because it's caffeine free, but you never know. Your access site is your lifetime to dialysis. That's very important. And it's also very important to go every 6 months to see your neurologist so they can update your access site. That's very important. Now, here are some things that you have to do before, during, and after treatment. Before treatment, you check in on your weight. Make sure that you wash your hands. Make sure that your vital signs are taken. The access site is checked and clean. And your needles will be inserted. So you're going to have like 2 needles if you're on dialysis, and if your site is in your arm, they're going to insert 2 needles into you. Now, the tubing is connected to the needles in the hemodialysis machine. And I'll show you pictures of the hemodialysis machine in coming episodes. By the way, your tubing is your blood lines. And then, now this is before treatment. Now, during treatment, this is very important. The hemodialysis machine is programmed with your personal prescription and is activated. They're going to monitor for treatment effectiveness and safety. Generally occurs every 30 minutes throughout treatment. And of course, you're free to sit back, relax, read a book, watch TV, or sometimes socialize. Personally, now this is just me, personally, I would refer not to socialize too much because you want to be strong enough to take in what the machine is doing to your body. Let your care team do the work. We're talking about your doctors, your nurses, your tech crew. Let them do all the work. Now, after the treatment, the machine will disconnect. The staff will disconnect the machine for you. Now, the vital signs are taken. The nurses and the tech staff will determine if you're stable and feel well to go on to pursue normal activities. Now, the needles are removed, or if you're wearing a catheter in your neck, like I did for the first maybe almost 9 months to a year, disconnect. Your access will be evaluated. And then the last thing is your weight gets checked in. So, and these are some of the things that you have to understand when you're on dialysis. Now, make sure about a couple of things. Comfort, talk to your nurses. Occasionally, you may experience symptoms during dialysis, such as abdominal pain, nausea, or other effects. Let your care team know if they can help make you feel better. They need to check your access or adjust your equipment or your medication. Sometimes you have to contact your neurologist about your blood work and see how well you're doing. Now, at least once a month, your care team will schedule lab work to monitor the effectiveness of your dialysis prescription and medication. Your lab results will help your team evaluate how the treatments are helping your body. It'll show you your lab, your heart health, your bone health, and your nutrition levels. Your lab results helps your doctor when you're meeting your goals and if your medication needs to be adjusted. Because sometimes wherever medication that you're taking, you might need an extra doses or you have to limit your doses. It all depends on how you feel and what your body can take in. Make sure you have your doctor to explain the results so you can learn your numbers and understand how you're doing. I hope that if everybody is on dialysis, you're taken care of well. If not, talk to your doctors, talk to your staff, and get it fixed. Now, Bar Rescue's John Taffer has used these words, get them back. As far as dialysis, if you really want to feel better, let's get a chance to get you back. On the next episode, we're going to talk about the type of accesses. We're going to talk about the type of accesses for your dialysis. And then we're going to talk about your care team. Who's going to be a part of your care team? And these are the people that will matter your journey into good health. So, until we do this again, keep God first in everything that you do and let Him bring you joy, peace, and happiness in His time and in His way. We'll see you on the next episode. Until then, Shaban Chipper Bones. See you next time, folks.